To use the features shown in this video, you will need to use EverWeb 4.3 or higher for macOS or Microsoft Windows. When you create a new website, it is a good idea to set up your site's default text font, font size, and font color before you start adding text to your pages. To do this, go to the Format, Default Styles menu option. Click on the body paragraph style. Set the body text font, font size, and text color as you want. In my example, I am going to change the default text size to 16 point. Click on Save when finished. When you add any new text to your site, it will use the updated, default settings. To add text to your page, either click on the TextBox button in EverWeb's toolbar, or use the Insert, TextBox menu option. A text box will appear in the editor window with the default text, Enter Text, automatically highlighted. You can start typing immediately. The default text will be overwritten when you start typing. A text box can be resized using the grab handles around its border. When adding a text box to your page, we recommend always attaching a paragraph style to it. For example, when you paste text in from the clipboard, you should attach a paragraph style to it. Text within a text box can be selected and edited in a variety of ways. If the text box is not already selected, click once inside it to select it. To put the cursor at the point where you want to edit, click 3 times quickly in the text box at the point where you want to edit the text. You can now add or delete text as you want from the cursor position. The cursor can be moved within the text box either by clicking your mouse at the point where you want to place the cursor or by using the arrow keys on your keyboard. You can select text from the cursor position by holding down the Shift key, then using the arrow keys on your keyboard to highlight the text you want. Alternatively, use your mouse to highlight the text you want. Press the mouse button down and cursor over the text you want to highlight. You can quickly select a single word by double-clicking on it. To select a whole paragraph, triple-click on the paragraph you want. To highlight all of the text when the mouse cursor is in the text box, use the Command+A shortcut key on a Mac or Control+A in Windows. If the mouse cursor is not in the text box, double-click inside the text box. This will select all of the text inside the text box. If you double-click inside a text box when it is not currently selected, all of the text will be highlighted. If you start typing, any text that is highlighted will be replaced by the new text you are entering. If you overwrite your text by mistake, you can undo this by using the Command+Z shortcut key on a Mac or Control+Z in Windows. Text can be styled using either the Text Inspector or the Fonts and Colors button in the toolbar. To apply a paragraph style, first select either the text box itself or the text within it. Next, go to the Text Inspector and choose the paragraph style that you want to apply from the drop-down list. If you change the paragraph style at a later time, these changes will be applied to any text that uses that particular paragraph style. For more information on setting up and managing paragraph styles, please check out our Global Style for Text and Colors video. You can also manually change text attributes, such as font family, font style, and color, in the Fonts section. In addition, you can scale your font using the minimum font size field. To do this, first set the maximum size of the font using the field to the right of the Font Style drop-down menu. For example, 36 point. Then set the minimum font size that you want to scale down to in the minimum font size field. For example, 18 point. When you preview or publish your site, the text will scale automatically between the two sizes that you have chosen. If you are using a version of EverWeb prior to version 4.0, use the Colors and Alignment section in the Text Inspector and the Fonts and Colors buttons in the toolbar to style your text. If you want to change the background color of the text box itself, go to the Shape Options tab. In the Fill section, choose the Color Fill option to set the text box background. Use the text inspector to align the text in a text box to the left, centered, to the right, or justified. Text can also be aligned to the top, middle, or at the bottom of the text box. You can also add spacing between text characters by using the character spacing option. Characters can be spaced closer to each other or more widely spaced. You can set the height of each line using the line height option. You can also adjust the line spacing before and after a paragraph. For example, if you want a larger gap between two paragraphs, select a paragraph. Then use either the after paragraph value or the before paragraph value. The insert margin option is a great way of easily adding vertical and horizontal padding simultaneously to your text. This is a useful option for the placement of text within a text box. EverWeb also lets you easily make a text box scrollable. First, add your text to the text box. Next, check the scrollable text checkbox in the text inspector. You can now size the text box so that some of the text inside it is no longer visible. When you preview or publish your website, you will be able to scroll the text in the text box using your mouse cursor.